Hello, my friends, and how are you doing? Today, I want to give you some advice on how I use AI when I travel to get a way better experience and also save money. Let's get started. So, I don't want to give you boring advice like what are the 10 top sites of that place, even though, of course, you can use AI for that. I want to give you advice like, for example, one thing that I'm doing with AI is to check out before I go to a different country what are the best apps to use and what are the best websites to use. For example, in Thailand, you have for transport things like Grab, for example, or Bolt, where you can book a bike taxi or a normal taxi and then know the fare in advance. But also they have websites like Lazada or Shopee to order stuff online because they don't have Amazon in Thailand. Now, another ingenious way to use AI when you travel is, for example, to ask when you go with the train, what side should I sit on to have the best experience? So I was going from Da Nang to Hue, and there is a tourist train along the coast, but only on one side you actually have a nice sight, while on the other side there's usually vegetation. So because I asked the AI beforehand, I sat on the right side of the train and you have a booked place you can't change afterwards. So it's better to check things like that before you book the ticket or go to a place. Now, another thing I like to do with AI is, for example, if I change money, and not always do you have the chance to go to a bank or to one of these money exchange booths to change your money. Sometimes you have to do it on the street. Now, with AI, you can actually take a photo of the money and say, please tell me if this is real money, if this is still used currency, maybe it's fake money, maybe it's outdated money. There's a lot of money exchange scams going around. So by testing that, you can actually figure that out. Now, another thing that I like to do, and because I love to explore and understand places I go to, is of course to use AI as an audio guide, as a travel guide. So any location I go, I have the history explained to me, I have the layout explained to me, but you also can make photos of different exhibits they have and ask specific questions, because often it just says, this is ancient pottery, but it doesn't really help me. It doesn't really tell me anything about the object. I want to have some details. How was it used? Who used it? Why was it used? What was the religious and cultural purpose and story behind that? AI can actually tell that to you. Now, actually, you have to be a little bit careful not to take everything for granted that the AI tells you, but often, especially if it's well-known knowledge, the AI is right about that. So this is actually something that is really fun to do. Another thing, by the way, that you can do while you're about that is to take a photo, and then one thing I love to do is to upload that photo, for example, to Gemini, because there it uses Nano Banana, and with that you can say, make or turn this into a sketch like from an Indiana Jones sketchbook, and also maybe include some notes that are based on real world information. And there's two uses for that. First of all, you have a beautiful sketch that you can afterwards put into your slideshow or into your digital journal, anything you want to do. But also in a sketch, you often see details you didn't see in the photo, because the photo has way more information, but a sketch reduces is to just lines, pencil lines, so things might stick out to you. And by the way, there we are at the next point of finding out details. Now, one thing AI is amazing for is when you find any kind of ancient texts in temples, in tombs, anywhere, make a picture and then have the AI translate it and explain the context to you. This will open up the place to you, will reveal its secrets to you, and suddenly you understand way better what is going on that place and how actually the place was working at the time. For example, if you go in Bangkok to Wat Pho, it is called the first university, but it is not a university like it was today. Instead, what they did is to have a lot of teaching texts on the walls, carved into stone, painted on the wall. So this is the learning opportunity as how it was perceived as a university. Now, when you scan these texts, you can actually read them in your language and have the value of these texts explained to you. This is absolutely marvelous to use AI in that way, and it's a lot of fun. By the way, If you love to collect a lot of information like that, like I do, you can actually also use AI to help you with journaling. So when you have found out a lot of stuff, you can copy that together, or you can speak about the emotions of your day, the impressions of your day, and then say to AI, now put this in a better form, organize it a little bit, add some additional information, maybe explain some background facts, for example, the life of an emperor or other things to you, so that you have a really nice additional information for your journal entry. This can really enrich it and give it a really amazing experience. And here's an additional advice you absolutely should try if you love to read or listen to audiobooks. Ask about the location where you are. What is the best books about that explain the culture to me, that are maybe an autobiography, that are maybe interviews with locals that make me understand the local culture from that time back then, or even from the time today. You will get very nice lists. You have very good reading materials. If you have time on the trip, maybe as an audiobook, or while you are on a train trip, you can even read and listen to that and deep dive into that country, into that culture, really feel connected to that. And that gives you such a much more wonderful and deep way to travel the country. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and also if you have other advice on how you use AI while you travel. Thanks for watching, and see you soon, my friends.